Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing the 6-inch I-Step running boards in black, available for your 2015 and newer Super Crew F-150. Now the I-Step boards that we have here today will be one of the most affordable full stainless running boards on the site for your F-150 that also deliver a low-key, discreet appearance when installed, and will also provide you with plenty of footing thanks to the 6 inches of width. So moving into our features block, and there really is a lot to like here at the I-Steps, and let's start off with that affordable quality stainless construction. Now most of your budget-friendly or affordable steps here in the category typically utilize what is called a carbon steel build, which is certainly tough, it's definitely durable, but it is more prone to corrosion in the long run. That's not the case here with these running boards from I-Step. Again, full stainless build, which means they're going to be near impervious to corrosion over time. Now, another thing I really dig here is the low-key appearance of the boards when they're installed. Almost look as if they could have been a factory installed part from Ford. Because so often, let's face it guys, in the category, Nerf bars, drop steps, things like that, they can very much look modified or aftermarket. And a lot of times truck owners, they're not going for that. They want something that could be more OE inspired. And if that is the case, if you're a less is more type of F-150 owner, these should definitely be on your radar. Now, these also do provide you with a ton of footing, right? And that is kind of one of the big benefits of going with a running board overall, as opposed to like a Nerf bar per se, because you're getting 6 inches of width from tip to tip. So this is a cab length step, guys, and you're not gonna really have any, lack of step space anywhere on this board here. And that's something you can't always say with those Nerf bars, which typically just give you 2 designated step areas. Drop steps is kind of the same thing. So if you want unparalleled footing for your rig, for both you and your family, running board like this at this width is certainly gonna be a great choice. Now moving into construction, and the I-Step boards here again will feature that durable stainless build we talked about earlier, 6 inches in width. Really want to hammer that home, guys. And then that board is finished in a lightly textured kind of satin black powder coat here. Now boards do feature a raised non-slipped groove surface through the entire length of the board here, and they can support upwards of 300 pounds per side without flexing. Now as an added bonus, these will actually serve as kind of like a first line of defense or a barrier against door dings in the parking lot, because what people don't think about is when the guy next to you swings your door open, instead of catching your truck, more often than not, it will hit your side step first, thus protecting your truck from door dings. So kind of an untalked about feature, if you will, but it is worth mentioning here with these particular steps. Now coming in at or around that mid to high $200 price point, the I-Step boards here aren't necessarily going to be the most affordable board on the site per se. However, if you remember what we said earlier, they will be one of the most affordable stainless steel steps when compared to those carbon steel options. But regardless, guys, lots of different options here in the side step category, probably one of the busiest categories, if you will, from a selection standpoint. So feel free to check out the rest of our options to offer here at AT. Last but not least, let's get into the install, and the site is gonna call this a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour to complete from start to finish. Now, I will say the nice thing about these steps is that they are a bit lighter than some of those carbon steel options, so lifting them up into place into the included bracketry will certainly be a bit easier, but as always, if you need an extra set of hands, never a bad idea to have one around. But now to give you a better idea of how this one might shake out in the garage or driveway at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you will need a ratchet and a 13mm socket. What's up guys, today we're gonna be installing some side steps on our F-150, so let's get started. All right, so to get started, we've got our main mounting brackets, and we're gonna go underneath the truck, right behind the rocker panels on the body, and we have 3 sets of studs along the back side of the body. Those are from factory, and we're gonna install some of these plastic retainer washers. Those are gonna protect the body and the bracket, and then we're gonna install these and hold those on with our flat washers and provided lock nuts. So now we've come underneath the truck and we've got our mounting studs. We're going to use our plastic washers. Again, that's to protect our brackets from corroding the body. Get those in place. And we'll get our bracket on. Once we have that on, install our flat washers and our lock nuts. Get that on all 3 of our studs. And once we have this one on, we can do the same thing for our other 2 brackets. And once we have our brackets in place, we can grab our 13mm socket on our ratchet and tighten these down. Once again, you can do the same thing for all of your other brackets. Now that we have our brackets in place, it's time to get ready to install our side steps. Now we've got our bolt plate brackets, which are going to use these elevator bolts, and you want them to go through on the U facing away from the head, like such, and they're going to lock into those square holes. So we'll get both of our bolts in place. And they have these reliefs on these corners. So you're gonna take it into the channel of the step itself and slide it into place. Now these are gonna move around a bit, that's okay. They don't have enough room to actually fall out. We're gonna get them generally lined up with our brackets. So we'll do the same thing for the other 2. Again, you want the threads to be facing the flat. You just hold these. Twist that into place. Just gonna get this through. Hold those. Twist that in. And we can send this back one closer to our bracket. Now we'll set our steps onto our bracket. Now don't worry so much about lining up your studs and your mounting point just yet. You just want to get it on the bracket. We'll go underneath and get everything in place after that. Set this on there, and that's going to hold that in place. We'll go underneath and get everything ready to go. So now we'll get our mounting bolts and everything lined up on our brackets. So you have 2 mounting holes. What you want to do is lift up slightly. Bolt holes up. Get those set in place. You do have a lot of room to reach your hand behind here. Then we'll do the same thing for our other 2 brackets. And once we have all of those in place, we'll grab our provided flat washer and lock nut for each of our mounting studs. Put those loosely in place. And once again, you do have ample room to reach up above and behind your bracket to hold these elevator bolts in place. Then once you get all of your hardware in, you can grab your 13mm socket and tighten these down. Make sure everything's even and where you want it to sit. And you can do the same thing for the other 2 brackets. Now once you've got everything installed on this side, you can repeat the same process for the other side. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our 6-inch I-Step running boards in black finish for your 15 and newer F-150 Super Crew. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.